Yo, what's up, guys? It's been a very, very long time on the Sweet Cigarella's Jay. I got a special guest on who's going to be co-host for now on. If you want to introduce yourself, bro.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Parker. I did put my name on here as Mr. P. I'm not an artist yet, but maybe in the future, though, I'd like to make a song with my brother Jared right here. Be pretty cool later on the road. But I
Yeah,
mean, I'm not. It's not really quite my thing, like it is Jared, though. Jared's the one who's the real good artist. But I've always had a passion for rap music ever since Jared showed me. I'm trying to think, what were some of the first songs you showed me when I was younger? So the first, I mainly remember the music videos being so cool. Let's remember, but I think the song "Put On" by Young Jeezy was one that we used to listen to when I was younger. "Chamillionaire"
yeah.
was another big one. That song "Ride and Dirty" by Chamillionaire.
Oh, yeah, that was
That
classic,
was a good
man.
one. I remember also "Rough Riders Anthem" by DMX.
Yeah, DMX. Yeah,
And then I also remember, I'm trying to think, who else was another one around that time, first one. A little bit of Soldier Boy, just that one song, just for a little bit. Um,
yeah,
Nothing more than that. A
right.
little bit of Black and Yellow by Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa. Those are some of the earliest songs that I remember ever listening to when it comes to rap. So I definitely have
Yeah,
like pretty good taste for rap though. And then I've kind of followed in your footsteps too. You know, when we used to hang out, I'd be driving in the car, we'd listen to some Brother Lynch Hung, some Yellow
yeah.
Wolf,
Classics.
some good classic underground artists. So I'm pretty familiar with that ground for sure.
Yeah. What we're going to talk on about this subject today is just kind of our thoughts on why rap is dead. I'm going to kind of dive in first, and then I'm going to let you get your thoughts out on your point of view. I think the reason why rap is dead right now is just I feel like people are running out of topics. They're kind of driving away from what they need to keep going. You know what I mean? It's kind of like sometimes when you make change in the music, it can be a bad aspect. And you see a lot of artists out here doing that, but even I've had issues, as myself as a musician, doing shit like that. Like it's kind of just there's constantly this thing where it's like I want to do this, I want to try that. Sometimes it's not always going to work, but the reason why rap is kind of dead right now is it's nobody knows what flawless is anymore. I mean, back in the day, me and Parker used to listen to these albums. We can name a couple off the bat. One of them being DMX, It's Dark and Hell is Hot,
Mhm.
Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. Another one is
Hannibal Lecter.
Trunk Music by Yellow Wolf. If you want to name a couple, bro.
Yeah, no, I would say a couple of the ones that are like raw goated albums too is I think also Man of Lecter. We loved Man of Lecter by Brother Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we loved Oxymoron by Schoolboy Q.
Another
Another
classic.
classic one. And then also, I think one of your favorite ones at the time was also, I like it too a lot. Touchdown to Cause Hell by Boozy.
Oh, classic.
And
Yes.
then also, and then probably the last kind of like good album, I would say probably Fetty Wap's. I forget the name of the album, but
I
the one,
think it was just called Fetty Wap. Yeah, I think he named it after himself.
yeah, just
But
Fetty Wap. Yeah, Trap Queen, Step, all that stuff on there.
yeah,
Those are some of the albums I listen to. But to give my perspective on why I think the industry is kind of dying. I would say for one, because I think the kids still all kind of like I mean, there's still that generation that still likes that same stuff, but I would say from what I've realized, the reason why I think it's dying is because I think it's just so hard to, I think, make music that stands out because, in 2017, it kind of shifted a little more towards like the auto tune, a little bit more of like talking about this typical like rapper stuff, you know what I mean? Whether it be drinking lean,
yeah,
um, whether it be like, getting with women, you know what I mean? Um,
right.
Making money, flexing on people. That's really all I can think of as modern rap being about. Like
Yeah,
those are the only four things that I can think of them actually being able to talk about. And I think, 10 years of that, I mean, it's just all it is. It's just the same stuff that's just reworded differently,
yeah,
so it
yeah.
doesn't have deep meaning into it anymore. It doesn't have that meaning to it anymore. Some of
Right.
it might sound a little bit catchy, but I've also noticed too, it just doesn't seem to sound as good anymore. Like all the
Yeah,
artists that used to be really good, like we were talking about the other day, when they like their newest stuff just doesn't sound good. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why I just don't know if they're not putting the effort in. if they're just lost. I have no idea what it is,
Yeah.
but
I definitely think they're lost because, and I also feel like they're kind of somewhat giving up on themselves in a sense. It's kind of like they don't even know what they're doing. I mean, you got to understand, like, in 2010s or so, when I kind of showed you a little bit of that generation, kind of even going back to like them franchise boys. A lot of people don't even know who they are. Or, if you go back to Huey when he had a Pop Lock and Drop It, um, these songs were good for the time being, but for them to keep progressing and going in that direction, I think that's where the industry kind of switched. But also what they're trying to do now, it's like I don't want to hear a female rapper talking about, getting eaten out or, just weird shit. You know what I mean? Things
Mhm.
that are
Yeah,
sexually referenced. Why
totally.
is everything sexually referenced? Like, it's okay every once in a while, but like to a point, it's kind of like, is that really all you have to show? Is like you talking about thumping, plowing five men? Like,
Yeah.
what is that? It's a disgusting topic because nobody's gonna be able to relate to that. I mean, maybe a stripper or so, but kind of just going into it, it's kind of like you've already done it. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to maybe like storytelling. Like what happened to storytelling in music? You know what I mean, bro? Like
Yeah,
really, what
yeah.
happened? You
Well,
know?
see, that's the thing too. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I mean, I think we all have those catchy songs that I think we like, bro, that have literally no meaning to them. Like, can you name a few of those?
Yeah,
Because there are a few of those songs, I won't lie. But you're right
yeah,
though. I mean, like I said, it's all just like reworded. And I think you know what I think artists do nowadays, bro, when they go into the studio? I think
mm,
what artists do is they go into the studio, they say, okay, I'm going to start writing some songs. They start writing some lines, and they think to themselves, you know what, this sounds just like that other song by Lil Uzi Vert. Oh, this sounds just like this other song by Fetty Wap. Like I'm literally just a reincarnation of the same person. I can't come up with
yeah,
anything unique. Like, tell me the difference between like do you know what I mean? Like in terms of like style and stuff. Yeah, tell me the difference between like Lil Uzi Vert and Playboy Cardi and Travis Scott and like you know what I mean? And like
yeah,
I don't see any difference between I mean the only difference I see is that they sound different. I mean is that they sound
yeah.
a little different, but it's all just the same stuff that they all talk about,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
They. It's almost like they're living in the past, but they're not understanding the generation that we're in. And I think, I mean, the way that rap is kind of now. I mean, ever since 2000 and I'd say 2018, maybe that's pushing it. I think after 2016, I felt like rap just kind of went downhill, bro. I didn't see nothing coming. Uh, I don't know what it was. It was almost like everything was just a negative topic, but it wasn't like even back in the day when you'd look at a negative topic, you almost looked at it as it was a positive topic because it was kind of like not even this topic being negative or positive, but it was more of just kind of like, okay, like I get the point. You've already done this shit over and over and over again. Like I'm kind of like wanting a refresh, you know what I mean? Of how can we bring hip hop back? Even like in the early 2010s, I felt like, they had their generation and you got before you were born too, where I had showed you the 90s, I mean, it almost sounded flawless then because I mean, you had artists like Tupac, DMX, Biggie, Nas, all these artists that kind of cemented themselves in the hip hop, but none of that can be replicated now. It's almost like the new generation is lost trying to find a way to be accepted, and the music is just keeps declining because the new generation and what they have to bring or offer, it's not what hip hop really needs, but you also can't go and try to replicate it. You get what I'm saying? So,
No, I definitely like that. You know, speaking of that, I don't think that there's a single mainstream song that I currently listen to that's in my playlist that came out past 2017. Like I can't think of
yeah,
singles. In fact, I think it might be even earlier than that. Maybe 2016 or 2015. I don't have a
yeah,
single song that I listen to that's mainstream that's past that time frame. Not
exactly.
saying any of the music is bad, that's past it. I'm sure that there probably are some good ones. And of course, I've listened to some good underground music since then.
Right.
But past that, I haven't heard anything good at all, you know. And
Yeah.
speaking nowadays, it was like, okay, I looked up like because I'm always curious, okay, like what do people really think is the top rap music nowadays? And I click on, I like to go on like that Billboard top 25 or whatever it is, and it's
All right.
like Kendrick Lamar's diss track. It's like that's not even like a real, you know what I mean? Like, sure, it's kind of catchy, but that song has no meaning to me. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. I mean,
Yeah.
in fact, I don't even think it's catchy to myself. I don't like the voice of it. I don't like the way it sounds. I'm just being honest with you. Nothing
Yeah.
personal against the guy, but I don't like his
Yeah.
music. I mean, I like swimming pools and Mad City, and I think
Yeah.
that's probably all I can think about. But
Well, going off of that, it's kind of like they put one album out and it's flawless, and then after
yeah,
that, their second album's like, yeah, mediocre, and then completely they just go downhill. Like literally, some of our favorite artists have done this. I mean, even Brother Lantong, he had three great albums, but then you also got to remember he had his past life where it was just, where you kind of. I recently showed you a little bit of I think the Till the Sickness or something,
yeah,
where it
yeah.
was kind of like he switched styles, but in a way, he switched it in a good way. Like, see, some artists can do that. Um, I think a lot of these flawless artists, like Tupac was one of them. DMX, I felt like was one of them. But then he went into the generation, like going off of DMX. He kind of I don't know what it was. It was like, why would you go and create an album full of features? You know what I mean? It's like
Of
people want to
course.
hear some solo music. Like his recent one of, I think it was called Exodus, or it was named after his son or so. And I mean, I respect him, for what he's done for hip hop, but it's just like whatever they're trying to do in a generation now, it's never going to be that first album. You know what I mean? Your first album is
You
always going to
know,
be your best.
That's a good point. If it ain't broke, don't fix it and stuff. And I noticed that all these artists, dude, they think that they need to switch up their music to. I don't know if it's just because
Mm,
they think that it's appealing, but I'll tell you this, it's not. It's not
yeah.
appealing, but they think that they just need to just switch up their music, their style, whatever it is. It
Right.
doesn't sound the same. And it's like stick to your roots, stick to what works for you. But see, that's the thing though, too. I mean, it's like we have that music that like, we looked up, like we were talking about some of the top songs of today, right? Peekaboo or Not Like Us, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I mean, people do love that song though, but I have
Yeah.
no interest in that song at all. It's not a song that I even want to
Yeah.
listen to. I don't like it at all. It's just my opinion.
Well,
Uh,
it's funny too because if you go and listen to the album when it releases, it's like, how is the one single that you dropped the only good song on the album, and then there's maybe three or four. I mean, and then you
and then it wins
drop
a whole Grammy. Yeah,
an album. This is the thing too, is it's like, why are artists making albums with 40 songs on it? That's, to me, it's disgusting. You could make two albums out of that if you focused
yeah.
on flawless. Like, you're not even putting flawless albums out. I mean, Travis Scott was one of the people I felt like kind of went wrong as far as in hip hop. It was kind of weird because it was like, he was doing so good off his last two out. I think
Do you really
Astro
think so? I was never big
Astro.
into his music though. I mean, in terms of
I,
I listened to like a couple songs and stuff, but
yeah.
I never got like really into it though. Did
Well,
you?
I never really, was I never took a liking to him, but I mean, Butterfly Effect, or the Butterfly Effect song was kind of cool. I thought the visuals were cool on the music videos. I feel like they're almost doing better on music videos than they are like in the actual song. You know what I mean? But then when you hear the song over the music video, I feel like that's where they're excelling at. And that's where I think hip hop is going wrong, because it's like, how do you make how do you do that? You get what I'm saying? But then you can't go and create an album with at least 10 good songs. I mean, you got 40 songs on the album list, or 28 or something. Like, it's overdoing it to the
Yeah.
point where it's like you can't even listen to it, because like after five songs in, you're like, turn off. And then back in the day, I don't remember them doing this many songs on the album. And even if they did, they were doing it very well. I mean, the Boozy album, Touchdown to Cause Hell, I think it had 19 songs. And I don't think I had more than one skip on that whole album. I mean,
Yeah. No, I
it
agree.
was flawless. And sometimes I think an artist will need to take a couple of years, just like for the mainstream at least. I don't know why,
Mhm.
but in the underground, it seems like they just keep excelling. I don't know what it is about underground versus mainstream. But I almost enjoy underground rap more than I do mainstream now because it's just like I don't know. It just feels like there's more to give or more to offer. Something that they're not allowing in the mainstream. What they're allowing in the mainstream is the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
Oh
You're getting
yeah, no.
artists that are replicated the same. You get what I'm saying? Like they're not replicating a new version. You know what I mean? We've already heard the auto tune. Shit's ass. Since
Yes,
2000
yeah.
and 2000. Well, T Pain was the one who was the creator of using auto tune to benefit himself, and he did a damn good job at it. And there was an interview where they were like, "Let's see you rap without the auto tune." He sounded better, bro. That's what's crazy about it. But people are replicating auto tune and using it as a benefit, but it's like anybody could sound good with auto tune. I mean, and everybody has a voice too. So you take a lot of these artists that can't sing. Uh, Trippy Red is a good, uh, you know,
Example.
replicant of T Pain in a sense where he like uses auto tune to like a certain degree. Like it sounds good on a couple songs, and then it just starts to get repetitive. This rap is repetitive, bro.
It's all repetitive. Yeah, no, you can all tell they'll have like the same. Sometimes they make the exact same. It's like they sing the exact same lyrics in like similar songs, but then they'll switch up
Mm-hmm.
other stuff, and it's like don't do that. It's like create something that's
Yeah,
try to stick be a little more unique, you know. But speaking of
yeah,
that, dude, let's talk a little bit about because I noticed like rap kind of turned into a little bit of this like this cloud thing for a little bit where it was weird because like I remember there was some kind of beef between what was it? It was Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
And they made
Yeah,
that song with Migos that had like 1 billion views, Motorsport or whatever.
yeah,
And that song is
yeah,
terrible. Like with all due respect, I don't like that song at all. There's no meaning behind it. It's a
yeah,
stupid song, and the only reason why it's popular is because it's almost kind of like rap is turned into like an entertainment industry. You know what I mean? It's like reason
yeah,
why it's because the only reason why Not Like Us didn't do well is because it was a diss track towards Drake. You know, and then
yeah.
people get so caught up in like entertainment stuff. So like now it's like a lot of this like rap stuff is like is this whole like entertainment stuff. That's the only reason why it's considered good is because
Yeah.
it's just entertainment.
Well, it's like it's crazy because that was a business move. What they did, like
Yeah,
they knew that
that was smart. Yeah.
they knew both of them didn't like each other. So it was like, okay, let's put them on the same track and let's benefit from
Two
it. So
top female artists, yeah.
that's how they benefited from it. And people think it was a good move. No, I think it was a bad move because look at them now. Hey, you see any features with them? It was almost like they were doing it for the wrong reason. And it's like if you dislike somebody in hip hop, I don't think you should like work with. Like I don't really get if it's all going to be just business. At the end of the day, how are you going to benefit? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm just going to give the fans what they want. Some of the fans don't even want that. I didn't want that. I thought it was a disrespect to hip hop in a sense because it was like, what does the song stand for? There's no meaning, no lyrical
And let's be
ability
honest,
to.
those Cardi B, Migos, I'm trying to think of
Mm,
a few other ones. Um, who's some other artists
low
that basically have no
low
meaning?
pump, low pump kind of went
Lil
down.
Pump has no meaning. Now that's probably the best example. No meaning in any music at all, just pure
Mm,
catchiness. But even then, it's like I
yeah,
don't like listening to it. I still don't even like the sound of it though. So it's
yeah,
only catchy to certain kids. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
remember when that first came out. Gosh, that song was terrible. I never understood the meaning behind it. But I thought was kind of weird is that I kind of wanted to like fit in with the crowd at the time. I was like, okay, I want to listen to like the coolest, newest, trendiest songs and stuff like that. And even though in the back of my mind that I knew that it was garbage, I tricked myself and
Yeah,
said, you know what? I love this song, even though it was complete terrible in my eyes.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of mental warfare, really. What you should be doing when you're listening to music is stick to your roots, stick to what you grew up on, and kind of just stay with that. I mean, just because an artist comes out, like I've only seen one artist to me in the last 5 years that even really made impact was Juice World for me. Uh, let's see if you can name one. I mean, it's probably gonna be
In the
hard as
past
shit,
five
but
years, that's made an impact. Well, Juice WRLD was more like 2018, so that was more like 7 years
well,
ago.
I'm just saying, like, well, yeah, I'm just kind of giving like an aspect. I mean, he was around for like 7, 8 years. They're gonna count his underground stuff, which most likely was leaked or whatever the hell it might have been.
Yeah,
But
no,
he was one of the new generation artists that I did respect. Nick, can you name one that you respected? I mean, it's going to be hard, I bet.
the most newest generation artist that I respected, probably. Can I name Underground or no?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. I mean, if
Well,
that's
you already know what I'm probably gonna say.
well, yeah, I know you're not going to say Tech Nine because Tech Nine's been around for since the
No, not
'90s.
Tech Nine, not Tech Nine.
Yeah.
Okay, so some artists that I currently listen to that have made music recently
Mm.
that I do listen to. I of course I like Bill Saber and stuff. There's this other
Mm.
artist. His name's a real JTW. Have you heard of him?
Yeah,
He's pretty
that's
good.
me.
I'm kidding.
That's me.
But I would say probably within the past, like probably like ooh, I know that's like really tricky. Like I said, I haven't really heard like really good music that is actually in my playlist currently. That's before
Yeah.
2016. Trying to
Yeah.
think. I mean, that's the thing is I actually have completely been like disengaged with like modern hip hop at all. That I haven't
Yeah.
looked to see who are the top artists nowadays. Like I don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
I'm not even
They're,
gonna lie to you. Like I don't even know who they are.
well, they're saying Kendrick's the GOAT now. That's crazy to compare him to Tupac. I mean, that's insanity.
Do you know what's
Like,
weird is that I like Schoolboy Q over him, who's
mm,
considered like not even as good as him. I like
uh,
Charlie, who else do I like over him? I definitely like Tupac over him. Yeah, that's for sure. I like also Currency. I like so many other artists that are there. But see, this is all just
yeah.
my opinion, though. Everybody else can
Yeah.
think what they want. I think he kind of has like a whole culture thing. I think people kind of like him because of like his culture a little bit, and he kind of
Yeah.
fits that a little bit. Uh,
Right.
but I'm trying to think of like the newest generation. I mean, would you consider like Schoolboy Q or any of those artists to be like new generation? I don't like his new stuff, but I do like
Well, he came out in 2010, 2012, around there.
yeah 2012
You
albums.
know, so we're kind of basing now off that. I think, yeah, him. I mean, I think Fetty Wap was he might have been 2015. So it's just really hard to like kind of get these dates down correct. But
Yeah,
I think if I'm right on what I'm saying, I think like you're still kind of in that 2010 generation to 2016. I think that's
yeah.
where you
I don't
stick
even know
at.
anything about them. Like, I mean, I know like some of the artists like YNW.
Yeah.
I listen to like some of like his top songs. Maybe
Hmm.
if I dug a little deeper, I'm sure
Yeah.
that some of these artists that I don't care for at all, I would find some modern music that I would like, but I
Yeah.
haven't. So, and I'm probably not going to because that takes time and
Yeah.
I'm not interested in it as much. But has there been
Right.
what has been the best song you think this year, like that's been mainstream? 2025. Can you even name one?
This
And
is
I'll check it
hard.
out.
I mean, gosh. Ah,
It has to be a mainstream artist. It has like,
yeah. I'm trying to think. There's this gosh. Um, and we're probably thinking radio too because we got to really go deep into this. It's
yeah.
gosh. That's the thing is it's like everything I've heard is just something I will never play. That's a question I don't know if I can even
See, I don't even
answer.
know if I
It's
can even answer
like
that. What about 2024, 2023? Can you name anything from then?
the 20. See, that's another thing. 20
I can't
twenty
name
twenty
anything from then
three.
either. I just don't know what it
It's
is.
this is the thing. It's like this is the subject. Rap is dead. It's like okay, I got somebody Post Malone. I feel like you
He's
know
good, but I haven't I think the last song I listened to of his was Rockstar.
yeah, and that was a great song. Congratulations. I just wasn't. I don't know what it
That
was. It
wasn't for
was
me either.
there was just something about it, and then there was another one. I think 21 Savage did. I think it was Psycho or something. I don't know. It wasn't. Gosh, if I was to really say it, I maybe would say maybe there was a song from Post Malone, possibly, but I don't even know what it's called. That's how bad it is right here. Like
Yeah,
as
no.
far as being able to remember something. I think Lil Uzi Vert did the song with Nicki Minaj. I think it was something fashion or something, and I felt like that
I do
was
like Lil Uzi though. I do like I
yeah.
love EXO Tour Life, and
Mm,
I love that album. I think I don't know what it's called, like Team Rocket. I don't know what it is though, or something like that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
but like his albums like from 2020 2016, 2017 are some of like some of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, there's not many artists that have progressed. Really, I mean, one I could bring up is maybe 21 Savage. Like, I never was really big on Bank Account, and then it kind of grew on me. And then after a while, I just didn't like it. It was weird. Like, it was kind of like swimming pools. I almost don't even like that song, to be
that was
completely honest.
that's exactly how Migos was for me because I tried to like them like as much as I
Yeah.
could. I tried to get into music as much as I could. So it's like yeah, for like a whole year I was like listening to like that Slippery song and I don't know what the other.
Mm,
But then I was like, this is not my style and it's just not
yeah.
good. I don't like it anymore. Uh,
Yeah.
but
It, it's,
nothing
it's,
personal. Like I said, nothing personal against any of the artists. I just don't like their music.
yeah, there's something wrong with I don't know what it is. There's something in the air with hip hop right now where I'd rather listen to a country song. It's weird. And I never liked really
Yeah, I kind
country.
of like The
Like,
Weeknd. That's who I kind of listen to. That's made music in the past 5 years that I kind of like.
yeah, and
But
even I
that's like
mean,
singing though. But that has nothing to do with rap. I mean, he has that one really good song I like with him and Wiz Khalifa. Uh,
yeah,
but
I
yeah, I'm
it,
trying to think. Country. I don't listen to any country though.
mhm.
I think I may have listened to a couple Yellow Wolf songs, maybe past 2020. That sounded kind of good. Um,
Yeah. I mean, they're switching. You got Jelly Roll now that's kind of running country at this point,
he's
but
running country, yeah. But I think I do like him, but for some reason, I just don't. I've never listened to his music, but I do like him now.
yeah, yeah. I mean, gosh, it's hard too because I feel like hip hop is really shifting more on image and not lyrical ability,
That's
and
what I noticed too.
it's not even lyrical ability that I'm missing. It's more a story. Like I'm kind of missing that there's not a story to any music. Like I don't really understand how you can make a song and there's just no storyline to it at all. It's just I'm just doing this to have fun. It's like I think hip hop back in the day used to be taken seriously. Now it's kind of taken almost like it's not even serious. It's like
That's
it's almost
true.
like a meme. Like let's make a music about being a meme, and
True,
be a
100%.
meme. Like I don't get it. That's to me it's disgusting behavior as far as trying to progress and be authentic. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
gosh,
No, it's interesting. But
yeah,
hey, you guys in the comments should let us know what are your top like rap songs, and don't name anything that's like that we're not going to be into from like the
yeah.
past like 8 years. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some people in your fan base might agree. Who knows?
Mm.
But I'm kind of curious what they have to say.
Yeah. Also, drop your favorite artist of all time, and this is anybody in hip hop. Let's just strictly keep it on hip hop. Maybe one day we'll subject on uh different genre that maybe possibly taken over the hip hop. But my closing thoughts is uh rap is dead, and I don't know if it'll ever come back. And that's my closing thought on it. What about you?
Yeah, no, my closing thought is literally the exact same. Rap is dead. Traplantic, I think, had to lay off. I think like so many employees. I don't know what it was. It was a large percent of their employees. They had to completely just lay off.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Record deals. I mean, it's terrible. It's dead. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't relate to me. And I'm not. It doesn't even intrigue me enough to even click on it
Exactly.
to even give it a chance.
Well, we'll end it off with this. Fuck hip hop today. We
Yep,
out, yo.
that's for
We out.
sure. Yo.